Hi traders, in today's video I brought you something very interesting. Of course, we are continuing our journey with the ChatGPT coded EA, where in every part of this series I am adding something new to the EA, and it is, it started to become a little bit more complex in the last few videos, and it is also showing in the live trading as well, because it is handling especially the exits in a much more efficient way. As you can see, we have some real exits like ATR based trading stop, volatility based exit. And what I am always telling beginners is that the most important part of a strategy is actually not the entry engine, because the entry is one thing. Like, you can have the craziest, most complex entry, but at the end of the day it doesn't really matter, because it is the same principle as win rate doesn't matter. Win rate without risk reward of a strategy doesn't mean literally anything mathematically. You can say anything, you have a 99% win rate, but it doesn't matter, because if that one trade out of 100, it is a bad trade, it is a bad trade that is so bad that it is a bigger loss than the 99 profitable trades that you had, then what, and many times it is the case, then why it is good that you have a high win rate. Maybe it's good for to have a fun time, because it gives you adrenaline, and it is like a gambling stuff, and you will see that you are winning, so it feels good. But in reality, if you want to make money in the markets with fully automation and everything, these kind of things doesn't really matter. So what I wanted to also show you, because this is the way it goes, this is the one, is that I put this strategy like this that we are developing here in this series to the live markets, to a Pepperstone, a standard account, so not a row spread account in this case, because I wanted to see how it performs on a standard account with 1 to 30 leverage. And I am saying this because many traders actually are asking me, like, how much is your leverage to make 100% and this kind of stuff. I think if you have higher leverage than 1 to 30, you can blow your account in 1 second. So our statistics are pretty interesting, because we have a couple of trades, like it's already 2 weeks, because I've talked about this in the other video as well, and now we have even more trades, of course, and still our best trade is way bigger than our worst trade. The averages are also kind of the same, but we have an almost 80% win rate, which makes sense. With this average profit and average loss, it clearly has an edge over the market, put together with the best trade being 2 times the worst trade. That is the statistic. This is a statistic that I'm usually aiming for in these markets, because in these markets actually a high risk to reward ratio is not necessarily always the best idea, because it is so volatile. Many times you are going to get just stopped out and stuff. I tried a bunch of versions live as well. I put up, I don't know, 10 accounts with different kind of variations, and this is kind of the statistics that I'm aiming for. Usually I'm aiming for 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio, with a win percent of around 50 to 60%, or 40 to 60% rather, and that also has an edge. But in these markets with gold, I am usually aiming for a great let winners run situation, so that we have a fixed safety stop loss, but we are not limiting the EA to only have a certain very like tight amount of TP. Of course, most of the time this strategy is closing the trades much earlier, like it's these are all higher than the stop loss, but that many times it is just you know, a third quarter of the stop loss. But of course with our win rate we are compensating, and you can put together any kind of statistics, like you can have a 30% win rate here, but if you have a 1 to 4 risk to reward ratio, so for example if your average profit is I don't know 40, but your average loss is only 10, then you are still going to be profitable, and it is the key factor in any kind of trading situation. So I just wanted to tell you these things. Yeah, I am going to let it run. I am now running it with all the set files we created over the series, and one is for the 1 hour time frame, one is for the 5-minute time frame. So this is why it is making such like many trades. Basically this is doing a crazy amount of trades. The index trader was also doing some interesting trades. It also reached a pretty high percentage at the first week, so now it corrected a little bit, but now it is back with some good trades. I am trading live non-stop now with the robots, and I am developing. So okay, let's start with the coding part, because in this particular part of this series, oh no, I am going to go that is no good. Okay, I just plugged my laptop in. Okay, so what we are going to add in this part is a partial close feature, which is, in my opinion, very important to any EA, and I am going to add this kind of feature to all of my commercial EAs as well. I have big plans, so let's just start, because you know I can talk for hours here, and I don't want to waste your time. So hi. Oh, just a second. My microphone was falling off my desk. You know that I am in the middle of the jungle, so sometimes I have situations. Okay. Hi mate. Let's do hi mate. Okay. So so I want to explain to you. I am going to add a partial close feature, which can be really useful, because it can secure some profits along the way, and it is especially useful if you want to let your winner trades run for a longer time, but you want to secure some profits so it can't go back to 0 or something like that. Of course, we are also using ATR based stop loss and all kinds of dynamic exits. So for this particular algorithm, we are already pretty solid in that part. But you are watching this series because you like the idea that I'm showing you all kinds of this stuff, all kinds of the methods, functions. So I am going to show you everything in this 100 part series. So buckle up. Now add a partial close feature to this MT5 algorithm that we coded together like friends. Okay. Yes. um, okay, I think I'm in a in a mood for joking, but I will try to explain it, explain the strategy in detail, so it can understand. Because other day also, and in one of the videos, I was running into the same issue that I'm always talking about, that it is so important to phrase your questions right, because otherwise it is not going to understand, and it is going to pretend that it is coding the way you want it, but it is not going to be working. So friends, okay, what I exactly need is the following. Now what I need now is a coffee, but I don't have coffee now, and I am doing this video. So now what I need is a partial close based on percent that is adjustable by user in the inputs, and the EA can close X% of the trade of a trade if the RSI is above the RSI is above 70 for buy trades, and close X amount of trade, not X amount, because X% amount of trade, it can be X amount as well, it's okay, X% amount of trade if the RSI is below 30 for sell rates. So basically a volatility based partial exit. Okay, exit. And I want to, so I want to be everything to be adjustable, because otherwise it's not good. Make all the parameters adjustable by user. The code. So I hope you understood what I wanted to tell the AI, and it is that I need a specific kind of exit, not just a usual one, but a percentage based one, and one that is based on volatility. So when you have a nice ride to the upside or the downside, and it has a high volatility, then you are closing some of the trades, which is a great thing. So you are going to have a higher probability to first of all to increase your win rate, but still I think with this you can maintain your risk to reward as well. The user features, let's see. One moment, I am just running through this. And then we are going to try it out, which is very interesting and exciting. I just told it to add it to the full code because it doesn't know. I think I would have to explain it to it. So that this series is not for necessarily not for coders, but people who want to learn creating highly functioning and automated and complex EAs just by ChatGPT AI, and even if they don't know anything about codes, which is like something, you know. I fully integrated a partial closing something before. Nah, that is what I wanted. Also add the of course non-adjustable parts to be able to tell which version the specific code is and the copyright. Also a I know, just these, because after a while, you know, you have to be able to follow. Yeah, it's already here. Okay, version. Okay, so yeah, just this easy and simple. It is also something that you can do. So in MT5, MT4, you are going to see the version, which is pretty important. Let's see if it has any errors, because it can have errors. It is usually not making. Yeah, but now okay, I realized I have to close my eyes. I have to go back. I can't correct it. I have to copy this, as you would do who are watching these videos, and just copy paste it, you know, and it is going to know that, yeah, this is an error in this row, you know, exact location, and it is going to probably correct it for you, which is important to communicate with your partner in crime and in coding efficiently. Now let's see if it's now perfect or not, because sometimes, you know, it is correcting mistakes, and it gets 2 instead of 1. So, or sometimes it is correcting its mistake, then it is rewriting the whole logic and stuff, and then you are not going to be able to use. So, but you have to be consistent, so you have to always give it the errors, then go back and forth, because if you are not a coder, it is the only way you can do this. And doing this, some people asked if I am taking custom EAs as well, and write me to my email, because I am very busy at the moment, but in the future, when I am going to have time, then I am going to accept some of these custom coding, but only for very complex EAs, because at this point I don't want to, you know, code just some basic ones, because this is why I'm doing this whole series. So, you know, yes, okay, you are going to see these things when you are coding with an AI. Oh Jesus! Somebody like, I was like, one time I was like, it is crazy why it is doing this to me, and somebody told me like it is actually what it is actually a great part of all of this, because this is this back and forth is what most people are doing with these AI systems many times. So this is a fun part for many people, and this is not you know, decreasing the value of my videos. It is just the reality of this whole thing. So I am not frustrated at all, like, no way. No, it's, you know, when you are coding, it is pretty normal. But let's see. It is, I don't know what it is doing now. It's just, I don't even want to read it. Just please, I am making a video here. Don't do this in, you know, in front of my fans and stuff. Let's see. I don't believe it kept everything that I wanted, but I can test it. I can very well test it. Okay, yeah, it has it. Oh, okay, don't, you know, just watch it here. You don't have to read the code, because I also got some messages that for some people codes are like, if they are in a, I don't know, it is strange, because, you know, we are not the same. For some people it's like they are in a math class and they are like, their brain is freezing and stuff. So I am just going to show you the inputs, and let's test, because testing is great when you finally have. Oh, I think the partial exit is working. Jesus. Oh, yay. Interesting, very interesting. The partial closing is working, which is, let's see how it is holding up. Yeah, it's definitely working, like it's in, out. Yeah. Okay, so the good news is that for the I don't know, the good news is, I think, that in this video I was okay, let's do this fixing errors and all these kind of things live, because many times I'm just pausing it and I am like, oh man, I didn't want to do this. But you see that it is actually possible to make it work, and all, like, every one of these EA systems is going to have a different kind of error. So, you know, you are going to see, but you can basically fix everything if you are consistent and you are just giving back and forth. What is the issue? Okay, position of partial close. Let's, yeah, 50% sounds actually good, but maybe do you know what I am telling you what I am going to do is actually something that I'm usually doing when I'm starting with a, yeah, the equity percentage. I am just going to put it okay, and also, or I don't even want to do equity. I want a fixed lot and a fixed lot size for 10,000. Okay, let's do it with one lot. Max lot, no, you don't need max lot, but we are going to set this to some optimization. As you can see, I am constantly running the EA live, so I can spot if the whole system in any shape or form is like over optimized and stuff, but it's no way, because I am going to talk about it in another video, how you can spot over optimization in the statistics and what you should do if you see that. But not this one, because in this one I have different plans, but these plans are amazing, like, you know, to optimize these strategies. And now what I am doing is setting some basic ranges for the position. It is how much it is going to close, and basically with the optimization we are going to see for the certain parameters, for a certain parameter set, how much it is going to be the perfect amount to it is pretty crazy. I don't know why it is this crazy, like 8,000 trades. Jesus. Let's see. I am suspicious about this. I think it is some strange thing. Let's see. Let's run it. What is this? Because I also have to be really careful to not. Oh, I see why it is 10,000. Maybe I'm putting it on a live account, who knows? But I have to be really careful to not make the EA to be able to backtest on everything data, because I don't have the kind of computer power here in the jungle to do that, and I am using cloud computing for all optimizations, and it would cost thousands of dollars with cloud computing if I would want to optimize with everything data. So I want to keep the EA to be working with 1 minute OHRC. The best is the open price one, but at this EA is not going to work with open price. Wow, what an interesting EA, right? Pretty interesting. Okay, I will just stop it because it's going to take forever, even with this kind of okay, so now what I am going to do is the following, because I don't like this, my computer didn't like this at all, I see. But it happens, it can happen when you are using partial close. So I don't know, maybe it's just too low, and it is just too, because it is just an above below function. But let's just do an optimization with complex criterion max I don't know, and it is when it is going to have some more normal sequence of parameters and trades. You know, we had 10,000 trades, but now we have around 100 trades, so it is very different if you are doing this. And it is what it is doing. I am showing it to you by disabling the all the parameters and showing only the recovery factor, Sharpe ratio, profit factor. It is combining the best parameters for the best possible outcome of profit factor, recovery factor, minimal drawdown, profit, and Sharpe ratio. So it is a combination that it is trying to reach. And let's see how it is working. It is how different it is now, and what kind of parameters we have gotten. If you are interested in more testings, let me know in the comments. If you are interested in more parameter explanation, because I think now we have a ton of parameters, and if you haven't watched the whole series, which I understand, I recommend to watch it, but I understand if you didn't watch the whole, then you don't understand every parameter. I am just so fast in these things many times that I try to slow down, but I'm 10x slower. But when then when I am working in this video, I am slow compared to myself, but still I think I am pretty fast for the viewers. So in this whole parameter ranges and everything, and why I'm doing what I am doing. So if you are interested in just testings, parameter explanations, the whole EA explanation, let me know in the comments. I am happy to do that. I am back to make videos. I think I like this a lot, and I would put a serious amount of money to this particular one live. And the reason is because we have 50% of win rate, which is my favorite win rate overall. One of my favorite win rates is, it depends. As I said in the beginning of the video, I like the 70% one and 1-to-1 risk to reward, but I like this one as well. It has almost 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio, as you see in the stats, which is crazy. And let's see how we are doing in out. Yeah, okay, but the good news is that it is working. Like the partial close is working, and it gives us very stable results, because this is so stable. with all these ratios, or this drawdown, the around 10x profit than drawdown is also very good. So I think we can be very satisfied with this, and we only did a very low amount of optimization, which is also pretty much a key factor to not have over optimization, because if you do the full optimization with many parameters, you have a higher possibility. It is not like a, you know, inevitable, but it has a higher possibility that way to have over optimization. I just want to run something that is like a middle ground, like not 10,000 trades, but not 100 trades, but around 1,000, 2,000 trades, with this kind of partial close is, let's see. And I have some feeling that this parameter decreased the chances for the EA to work with every tick as well, so I regret it now that I am running this test, because I would be more happy to run a different test, which is an every tick data test with the previous one, but I am going to do that after this. What is happening here? I think my computer is not happy about this algorithm at all. That is why I'm using cloud computing for the optimizations, which is pretty fast. You know, it doesn't matter what kind of CPU you have and everything. Okay, let's continue. No, it can continue. No problem. We are going to just choose the best results here then, and let's see one more time how it is doing with 1 minute OHLC, so we can compare every tick and 1 minute OHLC. And then I think this is the video for today. I hope you are satisfied with this whole series. I am putting my heart and soul into this, and my logic as well a little bit. I don't know if you understand that I'm joking, but it's okay. Yeah, it's completely dark now here in the middle of the rainforest, and it's very dark outside, and there are literally deadly snakes around me. But it's okay, because I like to just work outside, because it's so good. The air quality is amazing here. One of the reasons I moved here. So, oh, man, it's a mess. But I mean, my laptop was just all day I was working on stuff, and it was around 40 degrees Celsius. So it was overheating all day. But you know, the one of the key things is that for coding, like for EA development, you don't have to have an amazing computer. You just don't. If you can do cloud computing, that is going to save you 1,000 years, but you don't have to have a perfect PC, multiple $1,000 one or anything like that, because creativity goes a long way, and I have seen developers and traders with the perfect setups who are not making any money from trading. So you know, you can do it with a basic laptop. If you are using cloud computing, I think that is also a key. So far it is great. So far we are doing good, because it is very similar to the 1 minute OHLC. I would be so happy. I can't tell you how happy I would be if it would be kind of the same. You don't have to be the same, but for testing and optimizing, you would have to be just close enough to be able to test, optimize with 1 minute OHSC or open prices only. Most of my EAs can be tested with open prices only with the almost the exact same results as every tick. It is because I am only using mathematical formulas, no graphical elements at all, zero most of the time. No dashboards, because that is also it depends on the code, but it can slow down everything. And also I am using, like, so if I would use something like, for example, multi-time frame analysis, it can also be hard to test with. So one time I developed a full system with mathematical formulas just so I can avoid multi-time frame analysis, but it worked the same way as multi-time frame analysis. That was the interesting part. So with some indicators I was calculating it based on my like, it's a couple years ago, I wrote an equation and it was working exactly the same, changing the parameters. Like if I would have multi-time frame analysis, so that way I didn't have to test with every tick and all these things. I literally could test with just open prices insanely fast. I could do a full optimization in 2 minutes even with my laptop, and so yeah, that was a great idea I am using. And yeah, since then I am using everything that would be bad and would decrease the chance of being able to test with open prices only and 1 minute OHSC. So what I wanted to tell you is, in one of the next videos I am going to dedicate a full part to this, how you can avoid being able to only test with every tick data, because I think that kills your EA. You know, it's not every case, but you can't really test around and stuff. Everything is very slow. And maybe you are not the way I am. I like to run tests over and over again and tweak some parameters, add some parts, everything. But if you are the same way as me, but it is holding you back that your EA can be only tested in every tick, it is a pain. So one of the videos I'm going to make, it's a full part about this. So far it is almost exactly the same as with 1 minute OHSC, so it is still, we are still be able to test with 1 minute OHSC and optimize, which is so good. So the test is over, and as you can see, it is perfectly fit. It is perfect for us if we do the 1 minute OHSC testing. No issues with that at all. It is the every tick test, and it is just, you know, perfect. I can't say anything about this. It's great. So like, I can't say anything bad about this. So the good news is we can still use fast optimization and testing. We don't have to always test with every tick. I hope you enjoyed this video. Ciao.